anything that you did during your alcohol phase that you wish you could take back on, like, maybe you hurt somebody, you know it was out of character, it wasn't warranted, or maybe you did something that you wish you could take back.
Hmm. There's a lot of things I wish I could take back.
Okay,
A
give me
lot.
one. I don't want to go. I don't want to
Um,
put you through the list.
the biggest one, and this might seem simple, but I drove everywhere. And I
Yeah.
drove people everywhere. And I would pack up my car and I would drive blasted out of my mind. And I put all these people's lives at risk. And if I could take anything back, I mean, by the grace of God, nobody died.
Driving
But
drunk.
I drove drunk every time I drank. Every time.
I knew a guy who he didn't drive drunk all the time, but when he did drive drunk, he drove better. I'm dead serious.
More
I don't know
alert.
how. I don't know how, but he drove better. He actually drove the speed limit. He signaled when he turned. He stopped on the white lines before he hits the lights. Like, the dude was like a driving instructor when he was drunk. I don't know how. He was the only guy would drive completely straight, would not swerve, nothing. I'm like,
When I was
bro,
getting
how,
my
how you do
master's
that?
at Fordham, I would write my 25-page papers with a fifth of vodka, and I would get A's in my papers. But if I wrote
Damn.
that shit sober, I wouldn't be able to put any pen to paper because I
You
didn't know
think
how to
so?
do anything.
All right,
No.
but now, if you can redo your thesis right now, right? Do you think you could probably write up a better thesis than you did when you was drunk?
It's a good question.
It is a good question, and you know something? It's something that can probably you could challenge it. Be like, you know something? I am a better version right now, and I can prove it. I'm gonna write a better thesis.
That's a good idea, actually.
It is a
I
great
I
idea. I thought of it.
probably could. Yeah, you did. You thought of
I know.
it.
I'm incredible. I'm fucking smart.
Oh, my ego is not my amigo.
My brain is firing in the fifth dimension. You know what I'm saying?
Um, well, yeah, there'd be a better paper because I wouldn't wait till 24 hours before it's due. I wouldn't be up for 24 hours straight. And I would
But
actually be connected to what I'm writing as opposed
yes.
to just writing,
So
you
now
know.
you just proved to yourself that you are a better version right now.
Oh, I'm definitely a better version of
Of
myself,
course. But
for
us
sure.
us humans need proof.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We
That's
just
true.
we just need it. I don't know why, but we just need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to walk down the street and just like reveal my chest and make sure I'm still sexy. I don't know. I don't know. I just need proof. I don't want to do anything. I just want to know I still got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that little young girl to say hello to me. Be like, oh yeah, I still got it. I still got it. Gray hair and all. I,
Gray
I
hair
don't
and
know what it
all.
is about us. We just need proof for some
Well, we
for
want
some god
attention.
stupid way.
Well, I mean that validation is always important. That's for sure.
Yes, I
It
guess
doesn't
so.
hurt. It
It
doesn't
is.
hurt.
And I am validating that I am so proud of you for your 11 years, even though I did not have a clue that you was going through that. But I am validating that I am so proud of you. 11 years is a long time,
Thank
and you
you.
still got many more years to go.
Hmm.
And it's an incredible feat. You know what I'm saying? 1 year, 2 years, 24 minutes, still incredible. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yep.
still going through it.
Yep.
You don't. So
I'm
while you're,
sure you know a lot of people in the neighborhood that we lost to this disease or that
you
we're
know,
losing.
I wanted to mention that earlier, but I didn't want to cut you off on while you was talking. But yeah, it's true. We've lost a lot of people. Like people that were popular. I remember, like, there's a bunch of those I don't know. You remember Born
Hmm.
Crazy and Crunch
Hmm.
Bunch? A
Hmm.
bunch of them dead
Hmm.
or
Yep.
hooked on something,
Yep. Yep.
cracked
Well,
out of their
people that
minds.
there was a guy that we grew up with that he was my roommate for a couple years, and he got heavy into stuff, and He's not the same anymore. His mind
Yeah,
is
yeah. And
it's
people always
sad.
ask me, you coming back? I'm like, fuck no, I'm not coming back. For what?
It's
There's
sad.
nothing there. There's
There's
nothing
nothing
in New
there.
York for me no more, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to raise my kids so they can be productive and they don't do the stupid shit I did.
But I look on Facebook and Instagram, and some of those people that I partied with, they're still 40,
Oh,
50 years old partying every weekend. Listen, there's nothing wrong with drinking. I'm not a drinking hater. I have a bar here. If people come over, they can have a drink. I just don't drink.
you don't
But
even have a little glass, a little
no,
drinky. Nothing.
no.
Nothing. Just water.
Oh, if I had a little drinky, the obsession would kick in immediately,
Okay.
and I know
No.
that.
Okay.
I
Cool.
know that. But but that's my choice though. If I told myself I
Yeah.
couldn't, then I would
hmm
be obsessed with
That'd be
wanting to
different.
drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But there's nothing wrong with drinking, but if you're still sitting on that same bar stool that you were at 30 years ago, you need to check that.
And the worst part is they aging so fucking bad.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And they're still talking about the same drama. Why are you still having fights and stuff and all this Come on, we're too old for that. There's
Yeah.
more to life than that.
Yeah. That's why I don't do that shit no more, man. I'd rather just stay home and just have my cigar.
Weren't
I'll
you
have
bouncing at Pauline's for a while?
No, I never bounced at Pauline's. I did bounce at a Jamaican spot off of Boston
Okay.
Road.
Okay.
That shit was ghetto. Like these, even the women were bringing ratchets.
I
Like I'm
bet.
like, I gotta search you too, bro. Like seriously, yo, lift up them bras, yo, drop everything you got on you because they will come in with like 3, 4 blades.
I know.
The women.
I know. Yeah.
So yeah, nah, Lamont was always the bouncer there. I would just go there and just chill, have a drink and stuff like that. Wesley would do most of the
Yes.
drinking.
Yes. 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 Oh, Lamont was bouncing. That's true. See, Lamont saw me crazy.
Yeah, I never got
I
to see you crazy. That's why I find it I found it strange. I was like, what? I don't even remember her drinking like that.
mm,
I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't see you drink, but I never saw you drink like that,
mm.
where you got like shit faced.
My friend bought
Maybe.
me a pocketbook that would go around the front of me because I would always, by the end of the night, and Pauline swear that someone stole my purse and start throwing bar stools like ready to fight everyone. And my purse is in my arm.
Uh,
In
I
my arm
I also never stood long enough.
to see the
Yeah, I
insanity.
never stood there to the closing, man. I always left way before it. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest with you, it wasn't my crowd.
Yeah, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, I was already grown out of that and stuff like that, and I just didn't want to be bothered with this stuff. I'd go there to visit Lamont, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Chill with
Yeah.
him, and then I'd just go home and just whatever.
Live your life like a normal person.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if you want, yep, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so, how do you think that your parents being AA that affected you? You really think that that's like DNA and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
genetic. Oh,
genetic.
my mother's one of eight. 6 out of 8 have this disease, and
Mm,
four out of them have died directly related.
mm,
So yeah, no, it's all over my family genetically.
okay. And you're
Um,
breaking the cycle.
I'm trying.
Well,
I'm
you're doing
trying.
it. I mean, hey, give yourself kudos. It's already been 11 years. You're still trying. Yes, we understand that, but you're doing it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just like a soldier who goes to war. He's going to war, right? He's doing it.
yeah.
Regardless of how the war's turning out. He's still alive. He's not dead. He's still going through it till he gets back home.
There's a war going on right now with addiction and mental illness. There is a war because it's
Especially
three
mental
three
illness.
out of
Yes.
five people have mental illness that they
Yes.
don't know about. Three out of
Yes.
five Americans. That's a lot.
And
It's
yes,
okay. I
yes.
think now I'm a little biased because I'm a therapist, but honestly, I think everybody needs a therapist because having someone that's not emotionally connected to you to kind of see help you your perspective on seeing things in life is so much better or different than talking to your loved one or your friends, because they're biased. They see things to benefit you, whereas
I,
a clinician sees things as the person, not as like emotionally connected.
I agree, and I think schools should probably have more qualified counselors to
Yeah.
deal with situations like that, because I mean they would probably most likely be the first contact.
Well, there's actually most schools in New York City now have collaborations with mental health clinics, so they have
Hmm.
clinicians on site
Good.
to
They
deal
need
with
that
this
here in
stuff.
Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
That should be everywhere, honestly.
You're right, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, when I was little, I had a major temper problem.
Mm.
Oh my god! Like I fucking blow up on my teachers in class
Hmm.
for no reason. And
Because you were being traumatized at home. There's
I
a
guess so,
reason.
but I'm just saying the reason I attacked her was no reason. You
Right, right, right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? I remember one time the teacher fucking just put her hand on my thing, and I just fucking just got up and just swung a chair at her, like, for no reason.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
was it. No reason.
Hmm.
She didn't even
Hmm.
hit me or nothing. Um, and I saw a therapist to try to help me manage my anger. Um, you know,
Did it help?
yes, it did actually. It taught me how to play chess and everything.
Oh, cool.
I
All
don't know how
right.
to play it anymore, but yeah, it did. I
Well,
was
that's
pretty
just because
good.
you're old and your brain
Yeah,
cells are gone.
yeah, yeah. I was pretty good back then. I was pretty good. But yeah, no, it was very helpful because eventually, once you crack that wall and you're not scared to talk to this person because now you're seeing them on a regular basis and there's nothing else to do, so might as well talk. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like the first couple of sessions, first 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions, you're probably not gonna say nothing, but
No.
eventually you're gonna be bored. You're gonna be like,
Hmm.
let me just talk. And that person's gonna try to draw you in by playing games or something like that. Whatever tactics they
Yep.
do, right? Eventually it's gonna draw a conversation. And then what happens is you share a little and you notice that it's not going to your parents, so you're not getting in trouble. This and that, all the
Hmm.
stuff. And you start trusting the person and then you start sharing more information. And yeah, it did
Hmm.
help me because if it wasn't for that therapist, to be honest with you, I would have never taken martial arts. And that's
Mm.
where it really like took leaps and bounds of managing my temper. And
Hmm.
that's how I got into sports and everything because of that therapist. That
Mm.
therapist helped me try to um, to 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 shift
Hmm.
my anger to
Hmm.
something else, all my
Positive.
energy on something else instead of school and people, all these innocent people. You know what I'm saying? All these people that really are trying to help me. They don't
Right.
need you to attack them. So he helped me with that. So yes, therapy is great. I also think that they need to. I know a lot of schools are like taking out the sports and
Oh
the art
yeah.
programs, music and stuff like that. And that's another thing that we need. I mean, when I was trying to manage my anger, I did so much stuff. I took martial
Hmm.
arts. I did football. I played fucking electric bass guitar and electric guitar. I did so much stuff, and those are things that my mom could not do. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? She couldn't do it.
Hmm.
I did it on my own while I was in
Hmm.
school and stuff like that. So I took the initiative of doing it, but just because it was available for me in school. If I
Right.
would have waited for my mom to take me to a class, it would have never happened
Yeah.
because
No,
she
no, I
couldn't
get
do
it.
it. She couldn't do it.
No, there's a
So
lot of things that, I mean, this is a whole other conversation, but
yeah,
even in like the prison system, there needs to be more mental health treatment. There needs to be programs to actually help people realize that they can live in society again. The recidivism rate is crazy. You know why? Because people, they come out and they're not set up to succeed. They're set up to fail.
but I
And
think it's also society because once for example, if I have a job, I have a company, right? And this guy just came out of jail, and he's applying to my company. I don't think I'm gonna give him a job. I got a better candidate who didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
it's also us, the
Yeah.
society. You know that doesn't help. And they do have mental health programs in some of the jails, but they're not that good. They're not that
In
progressive.
some, and they're not that good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, 97% of those motherfuckers in there are mental health.
Oh,
You got to be mental if you did this crime.
well, I have a patient. I have a patient who is a spiritual advisor at Bedford Hills, which is the women's correction facility in New York. And she did a survey, and out of the prisoners, 96.7% of those women have trauma, have
Yeah,
PTSD. And out of those PTSD, 85% of them is sexual abuse.
yeah.
People don't just commit crimes, there's
No,
shit going on in life.
yeah, yeah.
We need
I
more compassion.
Yeah,
We need
I worked in the
compassion.
jail. I was a correctional officer, and
Oh,
I can
wow.
tell you that there 97% of those motherfuckers in there are mental health issues. They're mental
Yeah.
health, every single one of them, from
Yep.
minor to major. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? To real
Yep.
psychs. You know,
Yep.
everyone in there. If you commit a crime, there's something wrong with you, and it's because something happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
These guys, they're raping babies. They're murdering people. I mean, that's not normal. That's mentally ill.
Yeah. Or generational trauma.
Exactly.
Hurt people hurt people. If you
Yeah.
were molested or raped, there's a high probability that you're going to do the
Good.
same thing.
Exactly. So
It's
they're
we
all
got to be aware. We got to communicate. Like, I think we need to just end the stigma and all this shit, because this is real. This is just what's happening. And if we pretend that it's not, we're continuing to feed the negativity in society, and nobody's going to get better.
I don't I just I just wish that more people that have that type of money would fund more programs for that. Because to
Yeah.
be honest with you, eventually what's going to happen is the same shit that's happening in California. All those rich people are leaving California because they're being raided, they're being mugged, they're being
Mm.
robbed. They're doing, all those people who have mental health issues are now entering the area where these rich people stay.
Mm.
And it's going to happen everywhere if,
Hmm.
like you said, if it doesn't get get
Well, that's
fixed.
another whole other topic.
Yeah,
How do people
exactly.
survive in America right now? You need two six-figure incomes to feel like you could breathe. Like,
Oh, bro, Walmart
it's
is not even cheap
crazy.
anymore.
No, it's not. It is
I
not.
just, oh man, it's painful every time I see my paycheck. It hurts.
I
It
get it.
hurts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's rough. It is rough. But so, how do you feel now being sober?
Um, I do feel proud of myself.
You
It
should
took
be.
me a long time to feel proud of myself. I feel proud of myself. I feel super grateful that I have the program and the people in my life that are sober with me, because if it wasn't for the support that we give each other, I wouldn't be able to make it. And a lot of it is having a higher power. Like, it doesn't have to be God, but for me it's God, just like thinking outside of myself. I don't control the world. Part of me used to think I controlled everything. That was the like, if things didn't go my way, I couldn't handle it. And now it's none of my business. I let things roll off of me a lot easier.